If I became conservative, would I no longer be beta?
So David Pakman and Jesse Lee Peterson had a debate, and it got a little bit off the rails. Now, this part I haven't seen anybody point out or catch, but David Pakman lies, and it totally goes over his head. But check this out.
I got to ask you, what is a man?
I'm sorry?
What is a man?
I do politics, not dictionary.
Are you a man?
I think so.
And what is a man?
You'd have to get a dictionary.
We know the
person.
male thing, right? But a man, what is a man?
Is this what you do, define words?
Yeah, what is a man?
I don't do definitions on my show. I'm not the right person to ask. That's so boring.
Of course he's lying. He knows what the definition of a man is. And he's also lying about not doing dictionary definitions. Check this out.
What's one socialist idea from the Democratic Party?
Socialized healthcare.
No, that's a social democracy.
Would you consider yourself progressive?
I want to see progress. So in that sense, but by the dictionary definition, I guess so.
A few moments later.
I don't do definitions on my show.
Do you date?
I do.
And do you find that it's difficult for young men of your age group, to find good women to date?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all.
The women that you date and have dated, are they controlling?
Now, I do date women exclusively, but how did you know that I date women? It's possible I date men or both, right?
Well, that is possible, but I wouldn't assume that about you.
You didn't assume that then? Okay.
Yeah, unless you tell me.
No.
Do you date men too?
Exclusively women.
Oh.
Would it be a bad thing for our conversation if I dated men?
Well, it wouldn't be bad for our conversation. It would be interesting.
Okay.
Why don't you date men?
He probably tried, but they kept ghosting him because David Pakman.
Shut up.
I'm not attracted to men.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I know you do.
You do not see anything wrong with it?
With being attracted to men?
Why not?
Why would it be wrong?
Because it's of the same sex, so it's abnormal.
But that's not an argument.
It's a fact.
What makes something normal?
Don't worry about what normal is, David. Remember, you don't do definitions. Now, here is the biggest hypocrisy of all, and I didn't see anybody else covering this portion. For context, David is part Jewish. His mother is a Jew. And that is important because Jesse asked him specifically about the U.S. border wall, and watch this.
Are you happy that when you turn on the TV, you see these people coming?
I'm not for, I'm against crossing the border illegally.
Should we put the wall up before they get there so they can't cross?
We could make it so that they're not even trying to come over here if we actually worked with the countries they're coming from to improve the economy.
So Israel put up a wall around its borders. Was Israel wrong for doing that?
Well, wrong and effective are two different things.
So let's do both. Were they wrong for putting up a border?
Very different situation. Have you been to Israel?
I have.
Have you gone to those areas?
I have.
So have I. I mean, I think that there's a couple differences that are going on there. I mean, one is that Arab Israelis are Israeli citizens, and what you're talking about there is like a very specific security situation. I would still prefer that wall not be necessary, right? But it's not the same situation.
That's
it's not
amazing to me.
Yeah.
So again, I'm black and slow, so I need some yes and no's. Was Israel wrong for putting up a border? Yes or no?
It would be up to them to say. Who am I to say if they were right or wrong?
You're saying about our borders.
I'm not saying it would be wrong. I'm saying it's not what I would do. If they want to do it, do it.
The border that Israel put up, is it effective?
I'm not sure.
So all of a sudden you're dumb when it comes to Israel.
If you want to go to ad hominems, by all means.
You're a Jew, man. You know if that wall is effective. You don't keep up with what's happening in Israel?
I keep up with it. I don't know the specifics of how effective the wall is.
You're not being honest right now.
No, I really don't.
No, I don't believe it.
Okay.
I won't accept it, Paul. You do know, but you won't say.
Okay.
And the reason you won't say is because you know that wall is effective. You know they did the right thing to put it up, but you won't say it because that means that if you admit this about Israel doing it, you will have to admit that
speculating here.
Should put a wall around our border. So you're not being honest.
I'm speculating here.
Shame on you for that.
Do I get to talk at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm speculating that in Israel, it's a very different situation to even get in the country. So you don't have in Israel, in what's a very small country, the situation of overstayed visas, which are, again, in the U.S., most people that are here illegally are not physically crossing a border.
You're deviating.
It's just a very different. Well, no, it's a different situation.
No, you're deviating. They have a wall. There are other countries that have a wall, and common sense people know that you should put a wall around your house if you have strangers coming in uninvited. And then we have these people coming from S-hole countries, and we don't have no idea who's crossing the borders. We can have Bin Laden folks coming.
Okay, but let's think pragmatically.
MS-13, drugs and violence, and then these women are coming with these babies. No fathers. We have to take care of those babies.
But let me ask you a question.
And you say, well, no, I don't know.
Let's say you put up the wall.
Well, Israel did it, but I'm just not sure about
Jesse,
it. I don't believe that, man. I can't believe that.
If Israel puts up, if the U.S. puts up the wall and every person crossing by land is stopped, which is about 35%, You've still got the other 65% that are here on overstayed visas and flying
We
in.
need to deal
What
with
do you do
that.
about them?
We need to deal with that.
Okay, how do you do
We
it?
need whatever it takes.
But how would you do it?
I don't know. I have no idea right now. But
So how do you
my
know the
thing-
wall is a great
my
idea, but
thing
you don't
is
know what else to do?
Stop the flow by putting up the wall,
Yeah.
and then we'll start cleaning up the mess inside the home, which is our country. And that's what Israel did, and we should do the same thing.
Okay.
I'm glad Israel did it. It's the right thing to do, but it's also right for my country. And I'm a little surprised you want to admit that because you know it's true.
This is perfect. About a decade ago, maybe more, I did a whole video on logical fallacies that was pretty popular. I didn't get to cover this one. This is called the Nirvana fallacy. It's the perfect solution fallacy, but I like Nirvana more because, you know, the band. And in short, what it is it's whenever you reject a partial solution to a problem because it doesn't solve the problem entirely. I mean, just listen to what David says.
If the U.S. puts up the wall and every person crossing by land is stopped, which is about 35%, you've still got the other 65% that are here on overstayed visas and flying
We
in.
need to deal
What do
with
you do
that.
about them?
In his own theoretical scenario, where 100% of land crossings are stopped, 35% of illegal immigration, David cannot tell you if a wall is worth it. Do you know what 35% is? In 2023, it was 2.4 million illegal southern border crossings. And he can't tell you if a wall would be worth it. And no, these are not highly educated surgeons and people with PhDs that are crossing the southern border. I was really wondering how David got this way, and thank God Jesse got to the root of the problem.
How did you become a liberal / progressive? Were you always that way, or did something happen along the way?
No, interestingly, you know, I'm glad you asked that actually. In high school, I took a lot of sort of standard, what we would call like classical economics.
Yeah.
And classical economics is pretty conservative in a lot of ways. You know, it assumes rational actors participating in the economy. It assumes a lot of stuff that's sort of, right now, more conservative in terms of economics. So I had a lot of those ideas, and I thought that they made sense. And then I learned more about behavioral economics and the work of people like Daniel Kahneman and others who say, you know, economics as we usually teach it is not right. And so that made me question the beliefs that I had sort of assembled over time. And then I was questioning all of my beliefs. So I definitely have had sort of a shift to the left. I was never a right-winger. I'm not saying
Right,
that.
yeah.
But I've definitely moved to the left the more I've become educated about issues.
This is why it's not good to allow children to go to public schools,
Tell me more.
because they're brainwashing them, and
Well, I didn't go to public school.
They're turning them away from their values.
I didn't go to public
Well,
school.
private school too, if you don't watch out for it.
I'm kidding. I did go to public school.
Yeah. Do your parents know that the school education system had this impact on you? Turned you into a liberal?
Do they know that it had this impact on me?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, they know my political views.
Oh, they do?
They do.
And are they happy with them? Do they
They're very
agree
happy.
with you?
They're very happy.
They
No,
agree?
my mom is the happiest Jewish mom you could imagine. Yeah.
So you've not been married, you're not married or never been married, no kids and all that?
I've never been married, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm not currently married, of course, and I don't have children at this time.
Yeah.
Well, that's more than obvious because anybody who's married and has kids would certainly know the difference between a man and a woman. And remember, David, you said you only date women. So clearly you know what they are. I'm Jake Day. Don't forget to like the video. I'm going to let Jesse take the video out because his closing statement is pretty hilarious.
And one of the reasons I'm concerned about you being a progressive is that
Me specifically, or all progressives?
all men.
Men, only men.
Only men.
Progressive women don't concern you.
It's normal, abnormal for women to be progressive.
Interesting.
Or liberal, but it's abnormal for a man to be a liberal or progressive. It's a sign of being a beta male.
I didn't know that.
Because real men are conservative, Republican, you know, and strong in
Wow.
nature. So I'm concerned if you're a liberal or a progressive.
If I became conservative, would I no longer be beta?
You become alpha.
Wow. Something to think about.
Yeah.